Horror Deconstruction.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Horror Deconstruction. You can find us at horrordeconstruction.tumblr.com, youtube.com/horrordeconstruction, and friend us on facebook.com/the Horror Deconstruction with your hosts Comp and
Wyndham Earl.
Wyndham Earl. Is that like a jazz singer or?
No, it's a guy from Twin Peaks.
Hey. I'm trying to wonder how many Twin Peaks references we've made in this series.
Hey,
enough, right?
Day.
Did you? Yeah, okay, good. So today's film is.
It is Schizophreniac.
Schizophreniac what?
Oh, the WHORE Mangler.
From 1997. It is a...
It's a tale of love and devotion.
It's a film by director Ron Atkins, written by Ron Atkins, screenplay by Ron Atkins, story by Ron Atkins.
Music by Ron Atkins.
Yes, starring John Giancaspro, Jasmine Putnam, and J. Beck Brown, and a couple of other non-professional actors. How do we go off explaining what this movie is?
I really don't know.
What's the storyline? Roughly, what is the storyline for Schizophreniac, the Horror Mangler?
It's about a guy that's just completely out of his mind and kills whores.
Yeah, I guess that's right. It lives up to its name, Schizophreniac, the Horror Mangler.
Yeah.
So our main character is Harry Russo, and he is a young gentleman that lives in Las Vegas, and I believe he writes low-budget feature films. Right? Is that what?
Yeah.
We see what's
So it's like the guy's like talking about himself, maybe.
I guess maybe Ron Atkins really has a problem. Anyway, can you explain roughly what the budget looked like for this movie?
It looked like about $300.
You think? I thought it would be $25. You think for the gas or something like that?
I think $300 just like for the camera.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
I mean, some of those gore effects, like.
Here, let's explain.
There's a part where he cuts the guy's neck, and you see like a hand actually squeezing the blood thing out. You know, when they have like the blood capsules, you saw it like.
So first off, let's say what Schizophrenic the Horror Mangler, how it looks. It's actually the first time I heard about it. I don't know where I heard about it. I might have seen it on YouTube. I saw like sequences of it on YouTube for whatever reason. I don't know how I came upon this. You know how when you tend to just go on YouTube looking for dumb shit, and you go into the deeper, darkest parts of YouTube, and you find stuff that you don't even know how it's related to whatever you were looking for in the first place, but you just click it anyway. You become lost in that jungle of YouTube video. And for some reason, I found sequences from Schizophreniac, the Horror Mangler, the first one, where the main character, John Giancaspro, who I'm friends with on Facebook, or I'm just like a fan of his on Facebook. It's pretty funny.
Is he cool?
Yeah, he seems pretty cool. He's actually a painter. He's a really good painter. You know, apparently when I was reading stuff about it, like we're jumping ahead, but apparently he did the the cover for the third film in the franchise, because this movie actually has 3 films.
I wonder if he did the drawing of himself, the artist rendition.
I don't know. I don't remember. In the first movie?
When it shows the cops on the TV and it's like, suspect looks like this, and it shows a picture of him.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm sure he did actually. But I've read where people have actually met him and they said he's really mellow and he's a cool guy, and I'm like, just like... It's weird because, here's the thing, Schizophrenic the Horror Mangler is such a low-budget, cheap movie. It's incredibly cheap. It's like... It is the definition of a schlock film. Like, you know...
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's so horrible that it's amazing. But not horrible that it's... Not horrible in the bad way.
Purposefully horrible.
I hope so. You know what I mean?
I think that if anybody made this seriously, they should be executed.
Yeah, exactly. It's a film basically where... imagine if they did Henry the Portrait of a Serial Killer or American Psycho for $5. And
the Jerky Boys directed it.
Yeah, and they had the main character was literally a crazy person. Like, they didn't hide that they were nuts, and they were yelling in the streets crazy. Because a lot of this film, obviously, they didn't ask for the film rights to... I don't even know how they used that one song. Didn't they use... They used, like, a Bee Gees song, right?
The ongoing music?
Yeah, there's like the whole soundtrack is done by Ron Atkins. It's just basically synths. It's like that.
Yeah.
It sounds like when Beetlejuice like would tell a bad joke on his cartoon show. It was just like that. It's weird stuff like that. But then they actually had like a Bee Gees song in the middle of it. I was like, what the how could they afford a Bee Gees song?
Oh, when he's dancing around.
Yeah, nude. Yeah, and they're like, what the fuck is this song doing in this movie? Like, how did they,
That's where the whole budget went.
I get it could be, you know what I mean? Anyway, but the film is done so cheap. It's basically like I was saying, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer and American Psycho and those kind of docudramas or something like that based on a serial killer. Kind of plot free, I would say, right? Those films.
Yeah,
usually,
I mean, it's basically just a guy fucking around for
it's
like
almost,
an hour and a half.
it's scene after scene after scene. But what's happening in the movie is so utterly bizarre and strange, and the main character is such a whack job that you're like, wow. It's basically
He's like a guy that's just like so manic, like the absolute most manic you could be,
Yeah.
but like so like coked out and angry all the time too.
yeah, and it's funny because this film is basically if your friends told you, hey, come over to our house and watch 2 hours of us fucking around, on video. It's like Jackass if it was a plot. But the thing is with Jackass, it was cheap, but those guys were doing stunts to be funny. So you're watching basically home videos of people acting crazy. It seems like Schizophreniac feels like a home video. It is basically a home video of a guy just acting crazy because a lot of scenes are almost Jackass-centric, where there's scenes where Harry Russo, played by John Giancaspro, where he's in the middle of the Vegas Strip yelling at the top of his lungs insane stuff.
And like just like putting a wig on and like jumping back and forth and like contorting his body.
And it was funny because I
He
remember
reminds me of like the way I act at parties sometimes. Like
It's-
I'm just fucking around.
yeah, I've seen that. And there's one of the funniest scenes in the film. It's just so stupid. Then I knew that they really were like making a joke of a film, because there's a part where he drives up to Wendy's like at the drive-through, and he's
Oh yeah.
and he's eating some beef jerky or something, and you can tell this is them just fucking around. They're actually filming this. It's not like set up. So he drives up to the drive-through, and I guess Ron Atkins is filming him from inside of the car. And he's like, hey, what's going on over here? I can't do the voice justice. He's doing,
It is like the Jerky Boys.
he's doing the Jerky Boys voice. He's doing Frank Rizzo's voice from Jerky Boys. There's no question about that. He's doing it. That's his whole shtick is doing the Jerky. But the thing is, he's actually fun. He's so nuts that it works for him. He's hilarious.
I got you like a pizza, like a pizza.
Exactly. So he's there, and he's like, "Hey, we're taking all day over here, right?" So the person on the end of the other end of the drive-through is like, "Can we take your order?" Stuff like that, and he's just chewing and being obnoxious. You know what? How, like, I stopped playing clips. I don't think they're gonna sue us for this. So fuck it, I'm gonna play the clip from this movie. This movie's so
Okay.
great.
Anybody home? No, now!
And it's done in real time, so it's hilarious. He's like chewing his like beef jerky and stuff. It's great.
Fuck, I got all day. Go ahead. I'm ready now. Let me get a sweet chat. What are you, hard of hearing? You got Big Macs?
No, but that's across McDonald's up across the street. You're gonna have to go across the street to get those Big Macs, sir.
I thought this was the place.
This is Wendy's. Big Macs or McDonald's.
What are you talking to? This is the fucking place! Damn!
It's the most brilliant. And the thing is, at the end of that clip, because it's shot and edited so poorly that you can hear Ron Atkins laughing after that take is done. Like, you hear him go, "Pfft," and then it cuts to the next scene. And people in the listening to this episode were like, "What the fuck is this? This is stupid." But it's so dumb. It's the greatest thing we've ever
It
seen.
is. I seriously, like, as far as comedy goes,
This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen
like
in
I said
film.
to Alex the other day, it is, like, almost up there with Naked Gun. Like,
It's so completely and utterly strange of a film that you can't help feel like it's like an art house film. It's, I mean, like, I'm laughing already again, just because how stupid it is.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're not shy with nudity and the whole
Oh,
horrifying.
yeah, you see the guy's dick, like, four
the guy's hog is hanging out of the movie for the other half of the film. It's like either he has pants on or he doesn't in the movie. And I think it's just the humor of him being naked. I gotta tell you that because I also saw the sequel, and we have to review the sequel one day because it's just as stupid.
I just want to see it.
It's great, yeah, I know, but there's a part where he's. It's in the opening of the film. I can't even explain what happens, but his testicles are showing, and it's one of the funniest visuals I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking hilarious, and I'm
Is it a higher budget?
No, it looks like it's the same movie. It's just like it looks like they shot it a couple years after, but it looks like they just picked up exactly where the first one left off or something. They try to add a little backstory, and it's a little frantic and stuff. They try to add a little plot to it, which kind of is stupid. Like they add plot aspects in the second one with these two cops chasing him, but Harry.
And the whole idea of did they ever get more into Rubberneck, his ventriloquist doll?
Yeah. In this film, let's get back to the first one. In this film, the way it starts out, we see a gratuitous shot of a woman taking a shower for the longest time, like nude, and then
I was laughing
obviously
right
nude.
there.
Me too. You know why? Because when she gets out of the shower, because you could tell it's just gratuitous nudity for no other reason than to have nudity in a film, huh?
I said totally, and there's a lot, and it actually
she's hot.
like is really good nudity too.
Yeah, she's hot. And then the part that I couldn't stop laughing is that she's drying herself up in her room, and I guess she's a hooker, right? And she gets a phone call from somebody, and then the camera, it's like they don't even apologize. The camera was on her face, then it just lowers down to her crotch and zooms into her vagina. I was laughing so hard because it's like they didn't even give a shit. It's like, you're here to see this. You know what I mean? It's like there's a naked girl on screen. It's just hilarious. Trust me, that's the only vagina you'll see in the film because the rest of it is penis or
you do see you see the hooker's vagina that he strangles in the car.
Yeah, well, anyway, you see like a POV scene of the lady getting choked to death really terribly with this bad synth music going on.
Yeah, the choking effects are so bad. Everything. And then it does this little, like, breaking neck noise at the end of the chokes.
It sounds like celery getting snapped in half. It's like really bad.
It's so stupid.
Oh, we say it sounds stupid, but it's fucking hilarious. It's
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Like, if you understand...
Really stupid.
If you would really understand the type of humor that... I and Danny and I have, is this kind of film because it's so strange that it's like hilarious.
There's a scene where this is like the kind of effects that they have in the movie. There's a scene where he bashes a dead woman's head in a baseball bat, and it's literally like ceramic.
It looks like they just bought
literally a ceramic head.
It's like they couldn't even afford a Halloween mask, and then they just like put stuff over it and smashed it open. It's so cheap, but it's great.
And like the blood doesn't even come out. It just looks like somebody like spray painted the inside of it or something.
It's just scene after scene of, I guess trying to top the last scene of just crazy stuff happening. So Harry is... none of the characters really matter in this film besides Harry, and he has this little puppet.
And the therapist.
Right, the therapist is there for like 10 minutes of a lot of time. I guess they were trying to put a backstory, because from the first film, they're trying to explain that his mother killed his father, right? And then she would sexually abuse him.
She made him dress like a woman.
Right, and she would sexually abuse him, which is like... They explain more of it in the second one. It's just... it's just so dumb. Anyway... So he gets this doll from his girlfriend. I don't even know how a guy such a lunatic could get a girlfriend. Although in real life, I've seen worse guys get girlfriends. And he's like this redheaded...
She's got an awful wig on, too.
Who? Oh, the girlfriend? Yeah, because she plays the hooker in the other scene, too. And I think that's her real hair in the other scene.
Oh, okay.
The hooker that gets her nipples chopped off.
Right, and then he breaks her head with a baseball bat.
So, here's a little of the psychiatrist trying to speak to Harry. I don't give a fuck. This episode's the greatest.
Speaking of unloading, I think I'm gonna go unload in your bathroom.
Oh, not again, Harry.
Oh,
So he proceeds to go into the bathroom and goes berserk. He takes.
Calm me down, Dr. Brown.
Puts on a blonde wig.
Fucking, you know what I need? I'm gonna fucking cut you like a stuffed fucking pig.
He starts putting on lipstick.
Oh, yeah.
I think he laughs in here, listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking cut your belly open. See all the black stuff you got in there? Yes.
So he proceeds to kill the...
I feel like this whole thing was just total improv.
It has to be.
There's no way there's like a script.
And the
saying-
thing is, I can't tell whether he's a bad actor or a really good actor.
I think he's like the best. I think he deserves an Academy Award.
He really does. Because he's the guy, he's 90%, he's... The whole film is him. The camera follows him. And usually, you know, a movie with a main character, you're following them for 95% of the film, it gets a little tedious and boring because you want to see what else is happening in the storyline. But him, no, not at all. He's one of the most eccentric and lovable characters I've ever seen in a film because he's so fucked up that you can't stop watching him. And like he killed.
I'm just like thinking about the movie.
It's great. So there's a great scene where he gets the doll from his girlfriend. His girlfriend is a really bad acting lady, but she's hot. I guess she's a MILF, I
She
guess.
keeps calling him, saying that he can't get his dick up and stuff like that.
So he got the doll from, I guess, a fictional TV series that he watched as a kid, right?
Yeah,
but
she got it for him from the producer of that series or something like that.
And he was like, what did you do? Did you fuck the guy to get this doll? Because he's all paranoid and stuff. And I remember explaining this in an episode a long time ago because there's a fuck up and they had to work with the fuck up because she pushes him against the wall and his hand smacks a lamp off a TV set or something. He smacks a lamp and the lamp crashes and actually breaks. And the thing is, you see the actor break character, and he looks to the side like, "Oh!" He goes like that, but then it cuts to the next shot really quickly, and he goes, "Look what you did to the lamp!" Because I guess they wanted to save it. let me.
Why couldn't they just redo it?
They couldn't. Let me play it for you right now.
If you were more of a man and not doing so much of the shit,
Here it
and would
goes.
get a hard on once in a while, maybe you could fix this woman.
Jesus, look at the fucking ramp!
Oh man, that's great. So he gives it to his girlfriend, and they leave on bad terms. I'm surprised he didn't chop her head off right there. And then he gets this doll, and it's like a Howdy Doody kind of doll, and it's good design. But I'm sure it's a doll that they actually bought from a real store, and you know they just used it.
Yeah, they did not have the budget.
No, they have the money to build it. And so they build the doll starts talking to him to start doing shit.
And the way it talks too is so stupid.
That's the director Ron Atkins.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, thankfully and Ron Atkins actually plays another character in the film. He plays the guy who's selling the radio or something like that, or some other character in the film.
Oh really? Really?
Yeah, that's the director. He's like a young looking guy. I figured he would have been an old guy. But anyway, the doll's talking. That's the thing I think I wish they didn't have. I wish they didn't have the doll talking to him, but
I kind of like it. Like I liked it the first time. After
his
that,
voice
though,
is so bad. He's like, you gotta kill them. You gotta do it. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's like you can tell it's bad acting. And thankfully, in the sequel, Rubberneck doesn't talk. He only speaks to him through his mind.
So is Rubberneck in all three sequels, or?
I know he's in the first two. I guess he's in the third one.
Because I mean, Harry tries to kill Rubberneck, and then I guess he kills a little kid. Maybe
he's in the sequel. So
I was very confused. Did he kill a little kid, or did he kill Rubberneck at the end?
Can anybody really understand? It's a very strange ending.
Because he's strangling Rubberneck, and then it's cutting to a scene of a little kid going down a slide and shit.
Think about
There's a lot of that kind of like cutting to like him just making a face in a mirror with wearing makeup,
and it's
shit.
bad because they use effects that are not even a Windows Media Player, like a Windows Movie Maker. It's just like it'll zoom in and zoom out for no reason, but digitally.
Yeah.
And then screens would flip around and the colors would be strange. Anyway, here's a great monologue that Harry Russo has when he's talking to Rubberneck. This is the level of great thespian acting in this film.
That's why I fucking hate women. They're whores. I hate fags even more, because they're just men that want to be women. It's all fucking anybody's good for. It's taking it up the fucking ass.
There's that music.
Yep. It's the little girl. You gotta tell Will. You know what that's like? No. Nobody does. They don't know the pain.
It's gonna randomly cut to a.
They don't know the
They're
pain.
all out there in their fantasy worlds, living their fucking fairy tales, playing the game of life.
And I'm here playing fucking.
Look at me. Playing shoots and fucking ladder. That's why I know how to treat these women today. Kill them. And fuck them up the ass.
Which he then dresses up as a girl.
Which he does. He really does. He boy oh boy, they are not like shy of showing a lot of weird shit. Like he gets.
And then there's like a lot of just like him like jumping around and like contorting.
So the film had like the film. I mean, we can.
It
Stay
looks
out,
like he's like having a seizure in one part, and he's just kind of.
he goes. He just his delivery. John Caspro. His delivery is so genius in this film. It's like you want to hang out with the guy. Like if he's not really like this in real
I
life.
want to be best friends with him.
I do. He's
really
amazing.
do.
He's great. And Ron Atkins was very smart to have him in this film because it just works as a really schlocko kind of cheap film.
I don't know how this is horror though. This is definitely not.
But
horror.
it's still, it falls under the serial killer thing because he actually does kill people and then they like they show whatever they're trying to show is gore because there are parts where he puts on a turban and he starts sucking a velvet Jesus Christ on a painting and he chokes a lady and then he. But they're trying to get to a shock value because there's a part where he's masturbating and he has pantyhose on his head.
And then he eats his own cum.
Yeah, and they show it on his hand. They don't. The thing is, like, he actually. The thing you do see him like beat off in a couple scenes. I mean, it's flaccid. It's not like erection being off, but it's still like uncomfortable to see. As for me, it's just like, oh my god, it's gross. But so they're not afraid of showing shit like that. And there's a part where he cuts a guy's dick off while he's taking a piss. The newscast is cheap.
He cuts his thumb off, and they never explain it.
Yeah, he actually reattaches it in the second one, and it just works.
Oh, okay.
There's a part, I mean, it's supposed to just show this strange lunacy. How do they even do the... Listen, when he's, like, shooting up heroin, I swear to God, it looks like he really is shooting heroin up. How they like, graphically
I'm sure
show...
that it, like, took the needle off or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, you're supposed to see him go into a descent of lunacy because he's wearing, like, pink panties, and then he wakes up one morning and looks out the window, and it's a cheap... like a cartoon world that he's looking outside.
And then there's another one where he looks and there's a video. It's like kind of like Total Recall. There's a video of himself, but like wearing like this ridiculous makeup and like screaming at himself to kill them all.
Even the theme of the news channel is great because there's a part where he goes to a porno theater and he starts murdering everybody. That's one of the funniest things ever because he's trying to eat popcorn and make noise. You know what? We could be here all day laughing about this, but it really is one of the fucking funniest things I've ever seen.
It's pretty good, yeah.
For a film that's about lunacy and craziness and just weirdo acting and stuff like that, if you're in knowing ahead of time that it's a very stupid film, but it's so stupid it's genius, and it turns into art house weirdness towards the second half of the end.
Yeah.
And the ending is just so...
The ending made no sense.
Yeah, the ending actually makes no sense. Thankfully, there's a sequel that, writes that ending.
I'm going to have to see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have the sequel. I love it.
Is it as hard to find as this?
Yeah, you have to basically directly order it from the place.
Okay.
But speak a little bit on what you think about in general while I look up the information. Because I really want to give the guy's website out because it's so fucking hilarious.
I think that everyone... I think this is the perfect movie to have a couple friends over and get really drunk and just like watch the movie. like play like drinking games with it. Like every time he like pulls his penis out or something, like you have a drink.
You'll be dead of alcohol poisoning by the end of the fucking movie.
Yeah, well, or like every time he like, I don't know. Every time he puts a wig on.
It's also, you know, if they had a drinking game for this movie, nobody would like leave rehab. It would just be horrifying. But I gotta say, like, for the character, John Giancaspro is great. Like,
Ron Atkins is like fucking awesome. And what does this have to do with assholes for set pieces?
When we review the second one, the director of Murder Set. See, I don't even want to bring up that guy's name because that would mar this one. When we do the second one, we'll do it. But there was a guy, I was reading the pages for IMDb for the film, and there was a guy saying, "Oh, this guy, the guy who did Murder Set Pieces, ripped off, you know, this movie." Yeah. And I was like, I mean, it feels like two different films, but I can see why, because they're both about serial killers running around Las Vegas
and killing horrors.
Stuff. Because Nutbag did that, and also Murder Set Pieces. And the director of Murder Set Pieces was an actor in the second one, and he's one of the worst actors I've ever seen in my life. And he's actually trying to play it straight in the film. And that's one of the only faults that I'll say about the sequel.
Does he look like a douchebag?
How can he not look like a douchebag? He looks like he just looks like a Johnny Cage kind of looking guy.
He probably looks like an actual bag filled with like juice, like a douche juice.
You would love what happens to him in the movie, though. Anyway, to get a hold of this film, I suggest you go to cutthroatvideo.com. It's one whole phrase, cutthroatvideo.com. That's Ron Atkins' website where he sells a lot of his other films. Like, I just watched
all his films this good.
I don't know. I'm afraid because I don't know if some of them are serious, and I don't want to really see a serious movie by him.
Yeah.
If it's done in the same budget, I'd rather see, you know, more. And it sucks that it's like every 4 years or 5 years that this movie's being made, because the third one just came out. There's Schizophreniac, the Whore Mangler is part 1. There's Necromaniac Schizophreniac 2, which is the second one, which I saw recently. And the third film is called The Cuckoo Clocks from Hell, which has Harry Russo team up with this other character who's from another film series, another film from the 1970s, but they brought his character into this. Whatever. I'd rather just see Harry Russo. I don't really give a shit about any other character myself, honestly. Anyway, that just came out, I think, a month or two ago. So, I mean, support these guys. But definitely check out cutthroatvideo.com and just tell them Hardy Construction sent you guys because it's hilarious. So, on a rating...
What's your rating? Rating?
Dude, you know, it's as a horror film, it's probably like a 4, but as a film, I'm gonna rate it as how I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it. You know what's funny is that I'm sure there's so much shit happening in this movie. Our rating systems doesn't matter because we got so much shit in there. I will give it 10 out of 10 just on the amazement factor. 10 out of 10. Let me think of something. Hold on. 10 out of 10. Bald guys with glasses that walk with a strange limp, putting on blonde wigs, going to a porno theater, loudly eating their popcorn and smoking a cigarette, being told that they're rude, and then killing every member of the audience in there, and then running around down the staircase crazy. That's my thing.
All right, that's good. I'm gonna give it, as a horror movie, it will get very low, but as a film, I'm gonna give this probably like 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Guy pulling his penis out, and guy looking out his window and seeing himself running outside with his dick hanging. Was that a scene, or am I imagining that? That definitely happened, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it happened.
Yeah, running outside with his dick hanging out, and then seeing a video of himself wearing like little circles under his eyes, and one of his teeth is like blacked out.
Oh yeah, right. The TV show host. So with that, Danny, what is the final word?
Wait, we didn't say our next movie.
Oh right, our next movie is
People Under the Stairs.
Yes, the Wes Craven film. So,
yes.
Danny, what is the final word?
Cut me open.
The horror deconstruction.